get empowered. Inspiring, motivating, empowering. This is the Bev Smith Show. This is the Bev Smith Show on the Empowerment Radio Network.
Burrell is the founder and chairperson emeritus at Burrell Communications. It's a leading marketing and communication firm, and it provides things like advertising and consumer information. More than anything, it helps people like Bev Smith. It's a caring firm, a firm that has nurtured lots of advertisers who look just like me and Tom. Tom, I was talking to Dorothy Tillman the other day, and I was telling Dorothy about the fact that I'm upset with African American women, and next year in March, I'm going to have a conference. So Dorothy said I'm in. And we started talking about parenting and how the African American community, particularly African American women, because we are the first line of defense in creating a community and creating a family. We were talking about the need for a discussion around the fact that we changed as an ethnic group what made us strong. We changed our culture. We changed our rules, our morals, our values. We spread ourselves out, and we began to take on causes that did not benefit us. And I'm guilty, the Now movement for women. It did not mirror my condition. Tell me what you think.
Well, I think that I used to be first to kind of blame the people who were that I had problems with, and then I realized the power, the pervasive power that society has on people through media messaging. And I think that what has happened is that media messaging has grown to such an extent that it has tremendously influenced how we think and how we behave. And there's this notion that, and it has existed from the beginning, that white is right. And that means that because we were told that we were inferior and that white people were superior, that led us to want to be like them. And so in some cases, there's much to be learned from other groups of people, but in some cases it's like going into a burning house. Martin Luther King talked about that. We have to be very careful. So in case of many of us, including women, we aspire to be equal, and this whole idea of being equal meant being like. I mean, I always said that black people are not dark-skinned white people, and certainly black women should not be thinking about being dark-skinned white women. And that means that we should look at who we are and what our strengths are, what our inner strengths are, and realize that there is really something within us that makes us special. And we should be the ones being imitated. We shouldn't be imitating others, because the strengths that we had to have in order to survive as a community, as family, as individuals, are things that we should recognize and treasure. The strength of family, the strength of black traditions that we basically gave up to be a part of the whole modern scene, to be out there, and instead of extended families, we aped the nuclear family. We used to live in families. We had extended families. We had grandmothers and aunts, and they were nearby, and we had neighbors who were like family, and we had neighborhoods that were like family. And we succumbed. We gave in when they came into our neighborhoods and said, "Hey, you can get out of here if you want to. You people, especially who have a few dollars and have a little education, you can leave, and you can come and kind of live next to us, not necessarily with us, but next to us." And we didn't even hesitate. We cut out of there like late freights. I mean, we basically just said to our cousins and to our neighbors and to little Junebug and Kenny and everybody, "We'll see you later," and we broke up, and now we don't know each other, and we don't speak to each other.
But I hold that point for just a moment, because that is so important as we talk about being brainwashed. But what I don't understand going into 2013, that is true. We ran from us, Lordy, free at last. We went for the okie doke. I mean, we wanted equality. They gave us integration. We ended up with imitation. And there are a lot of people that have written about it. You're one talked about it. You're one taught it. Here's the problem that I have. We have more information about who we are as an ethnic group than ever before in my time. I was fortunate. My parents read. I was fortunate. The church that we went to had a library. I was fortunate that my mother and father taught me about the African in me and taught me about the African slaves and my sisters and brothers and what they had accomplished, and also told me and my sisters and brothers that what you do, you heard this before, reflects on everyone in the family and everyone in the black community. Okay, we fell for the okie doke. We stopped doing that. But the truth came out because it was the white anthropologist who said, "We have found the oldest living woman on the planet. We think she is the first woman, the mother of all generations. We shall call her Eve, and she was an African woman." Doesn't that go ding, 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 ding in the African mind? Doesn't it, when you find out that...
No, it doesn't.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? When you find out that the light, Thomas Edison, yes, he did it. But it was a black man that did the filament in the light that makes it come on. Doesn't that make you want to go, all right, you know?
If the light is turned off and it's been replaced by some other kind of duller kind of colorful light that has us hypnotized, has us anesthetized, that has us laughing mostly at ourselves and settling for being entertained instead of being educated. That's what we have to work through. And I am not blaming people for being that way, because the system has very, very methodically conditioned us not to think. And
wait a minute, conditioned us not to think.
Yes.
We have Ben Carson separating twins. We have astronauts going in the sky. We have people who worked on polio with Jonas Salk who are black. Caused us not to think, or were we tired? I mean, was it inculcated in every pore and every DNA by the brainwashing and by the human engineering? And even now we hate who we are, while everyone is copying who we are, risking cancer to get big lips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, it is difficult to